Welcome to part 2 of Competency 14. In this video, we will work with types of dilations and scale factor. Number 1, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. If segment AB is equal to 10 and segment DE is equal to 40, what is the scale factor? Okay, you're simply setting up a ratio, okay? So, in one thing that is important to know is we're looking for the scale factor, but the scale factor will be as is, okay? That means and I know that because we're working with segments, okay? So, what do we really have? Let's think of it like this. If we have a length of 10, what do we multiply that by to give us 40? Okay. Well, if we're looking at old over new, that isn't what we need for this. That's just a little trick we tell kids. But for this, it's not a good idea. The way I have it lined out is actually better. So we don't know what that is. Well, let's call it SF for scale factor. What does that mean? Our scale factor equals 40 over 10, which equals 4. Okay, so think of it as I have my first length. How do I get to the other one? And you could go back the other way, but that's not how it's written. It's written from AB to DE. Okay, so take it as it is. All right, so that gives us option B. Now let's go to number 2. If ABC is similar to DEF, what is the length of AE? Well, we can consider this length. We can call it X. Now, here's one thing that you need to think about. For this, because they're saying what is the length, we're looking for a missing length, we need to set up ratios. So we can think of DEF as the new triangle. Well, why can we call it the new triangle? It's because it has the missing length. And then we can call this one old. So if we go with new over old, that gives us, remember, we have to stick with corresponding parts, okay? So, oh, sorry about that. Okay, let me get my highlighter. Okay. So 3 corresponds with X. Okay, well, let's get another color. And then the 2's corresponds with the 4. Okay, so keeping with new over old, we have X over 3 equals, go back to the new, 4 over 2. So I'll just use the basic algebraic setup, okay? So this means that we have 2x equals 12. And then if you divide, yes, that gives us 6. Okay, there are other ways to see this quickly. This is just one way that we teach the kids. There are other ways to show them the basics of it. Okay, let's move on. Number 3, quadrilateral GHJK is similar to the quadrilateral LMNP. The perimeter of the first one is 36 and the scale factor is 5 to 6. What is the perimeter of the second one? Okay. All right. So don't let this fool you or throw you off. This is simply a ratio, which is a fraction. So what do? We are going to apply that because we're talking perimeter. We can leave everything as is. We take the first one and apply the scale factor and we will get what we need. Okay, so 36 times alpha y equals number 1. I'm entering it the way I've written it, okay? So you see it. Okay, now enter 30. That is a perimeter of the second one, okay? Remember, for these types of questions, you don't know which one's a large one, you don't know which one's a small one, so just apply the scale factor. But you have to know the rules of application versus perimeter, area, and volume. Okay, number 4. If a square has sides equal to 3 and the scale factor is 1/3, scale factor 1/3 is applied, what is the area of the new square? Okay, since we're just talking about a side, we can apply the scale factor. So that is 3 1/3. Now that's without doing anything. That'll get me the new side. That's just the new side of the new square. And then because we know side times side is squared, that's going to give us what we need. So you probably already see what's going to happen, right? So let's put that in our calculator, all right? So I have parentheses 3 times alpha y equals, I want that, so 1 over the 3, arrow over, square arrow, oops. I'm going to see what I did. I didn't close my parentheses. Now I'm going to square and enter. It's 1. So A is the option that we needed, okay? All right, kind of a trick question. If you think about it, 1/3 of 3 is 1, and 1 times 1 is 1, okay? All right, so let's look at number 5. The volume of a cube is 8. Now we're talking volume here, okay? And the scale factor of 3 is applied. What is the volume of the new cube? Now we need everything to be in volume. So you need this to be to the 3rd power before we apply it to the 8, which is already volume. This means both of these are in forms of volume, and then we put that in the calculator and we get what we need. So 8 times 3, carry it up 3, enter, and D is our option. Okay, this is the last question in this video. I wanted to thank everyone for watching, subscribing, and liking. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. Lately, I have seen a lot of reaction to our videos. Bear with us. I am remaking and doing some things so I can have a nice website. All right. Keep up with us. See what we're doing in the future. Happy testing, everyone.